I barely speak English, but I made $1.1 million in the last 30 days. So how the fuck did I do it? How did I go from this kid back in Ukraine, 24 years old, no prospects, no skills, no blueprint, no game plan, like nothing, like no money, no skills, like English is non-existent. How did I go from this kid at the age of 24 to building a successful business in just a few years, getting on stage, speaking about my experiences with other people, getting on stage, getting an award from Russell Brunson for generating over $25 million in sales, building a successful family, traveling 8 to 10 times a year. How did I do it? So I wanted to reflect on a few of the lessons that I have learned in my journey so far. Some of the things that just will be transformational for you if you apply them to your life, and just make it as beneficial for you as possible to reflect on your journey and just start moving to that next level in your life and in your business. So when I was here working on a factory, I was making about $2 per hour, which is not a lot. It's nothing, like $2 per hour. So I was here and I wanted to get out. I fucking hated that job. And the problem is that most people don't hate their jobs. Like they kind of like, they don't like them. Oh, it's like, yeah, my job is so stressful. I don't really like the people that I work with, but they don't hate it. And that is a problem, because if it's not painful enough, human nature is very simple, right? You have pain. You have pain tolerance, right? Pain. And you have pleasure, right? So the only two reasons why people do shit, why people change, why people quit smoking, why people quit any like addictive things is because of pain, fear of pain, or actual like real pain, or because they want to gain pleasure, right? So pleasure is kind of like, yeah, I want to be successful one day. I want to have a yacht. I want to have a mansion. I want to have like a Lamborghini. It's kind of like, yeah, you're visualizing and dreaming and that. But that is not enough to move to the action. Like for most people, this is not enough. And definitely that was not enough for me. But for me, this fucking job here in the factory was so painful. I was working 12 hours a day. I was covered in dirt all day long. And I fucking hated that job. And it got for me to the point, actually it's here, like that, where I decided to just like draw a line in the sand, like this. It was more straight line, I guarantee you that. Draw a line in the sand, and it's not a sand. You can imagine this is a sand on the background here. Where I just decided enough is enough. I have to do something else with my life. I have to just find a way to work, at least from the clean environment. It's not like I wanted to build a multi-million-dollar business. I just wanted to work from a clean environment, because I kind of didn't enjoy being in fucking dirt all day long. And I decided to draw that line in the sand. And one day I was coming back from work with all of these like dirty clothes in a bag, coming from work. And I was passing the grocery store. And next to that grocery store, there was a garbage can. And I just took all of my clothes from my bag and just threw them away in the garbage can. I just decided at that point, at that moment, I made a decision that I will not be going back to that work. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will figure something out. I just put my back against the wall. I called the guy who I was working for. I said, I'm sorry, I will not be coming back. So I just cut my bridges completely. And that's what most people do. They don't cut those bridges. So they're kind of like, yeah, I'm here and I'm also not here. I kind of don't really like working here, but like, I'm kind of like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And so there's not enough pain. I created that pain artificially for myself to put my back against the wall, to force myself to find a solution, because that's a human nature. That's how people are living in Arctic. They're living in like coldest and hottest places on Earth because there is no other option. They're forced to adapt. And so I draw that line in the sand. And so next day I'm sitting in my little room with my wife and I'm like, oh, wow, shit. I mean, what I'm going to do now? I started exploring options. I wanted to run a business where I wouldn't have to commute to work. Like, this was very important. I don't want to commute to work. I don't want to waste time in a public transportation. I don't want none of that shit. I want to work from my laptop from home, sitting comfortably. And so I started looking into online business. I'm like, oh, online business, what that is? Google, please translate that for me. It's like, and then like, oh, okay, online business. Oh, online business. Oh, there's different online businesses you can do. You can do affiliate marketing. You can do Amazon FBA, which is so fucking expensive to start. So that wasn't an option. Didn't have a lot of capital to do that. There's also, let's say, eBay. There is also drop shipping. And so for me personally, I decided drop shipping is a way to get there. And that's eventually what just made all of the money, all the difference in my life. But the model and the business model, all of these things are not as important. What really made me successful is that I got on this stage here to get from here to here. I overcame 4 core beliefs. And these beliefs, limiting beliefs, is what usually stops people, like stops 95% of people from getting from your situation. That's, imagine here, that's on the left, that's your, is it left or right? I don't know. I'm still figuring this shit out. On the left side to here, your dream life. Could be different for you. You don't have to get on stage. You don't have to, like, I mean, maybe family is not what you're optimizing for. Maybe you don't have a family yet, but your dream life is here. Your current life is here. So this gap here is predicated by overcoming these 4 limiting beliefs. Limiting. You see, I'm barely, like, imagine, I'm barely even typing. I don't even type. I just, and yeah, so beliefs. So 4 limiting beliefs. So number 1 is, I don't have time. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to start a business. And I talk to a lot of people. It's like, oh, I want to start a business, but I don't have time. All right, let's dig deeper. Okay, I don't have time. All right, so what do? Oh, I work in a job. Okay, fair enough. That's awesome. Okay, how many hours to work? Oh, I work 8 hours a day. All right, cool. And then I spend another like 1 hour getting to my job and from my job. Okay, so let's say 9 hours. Let's make it 10, right? All right, let's make 10. All right, so 10 hours. Now, as far as I know, last time I checked, one day has 24 hours. So the question here is, they're just like obvious. So what do I do with another 14 hours? I understand you need to sleep, right? That's 8 hours. So it's like 14 minus 8. What is that? 14 minus 8. Let me get a calculator. Okay, actually, 6. Yeah, 6 hours. I'm kidding. I knew that one. That one I knew. Don't laugh. All right, so 6 hours a day I have. So 6 hours, like you're saying that you don't have time for your business, to start your business, and you have 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day, you can do a lot of damage if you focus on the right things. Now, let me give you perspective. Saying like you don't have enough time. People say like they don't have enough time. And I said I didn't have enough time. I was making these excuses. So when I was working here, I was like, oh, it's like I want to start a business, but I don't have enough time. Okay, yeah, I was working 12 hours a day on a factory. And then I would come home and I would watch movies. I would watch fucking movies instead of figuring out how to make enough money to replace that job. And so I had to force myself here through pain and suffering and just literally push my back against the wall in order to start like figuring shit out. Whereas I should have, while I was here and I still had time, at least a few hours a day, figuring out how to actually build a business. Like one of these businesses, there's many other businesses that you can do. And so if you're here and you have that time, don't say that you don't have enough time, because humans always will find the time for what's truly important to them. Imagine your brother or your son, if you have family, or your wife or your mom calls you, like you're at work or you're doing something else, just calls you and says like, hey, I'm in a hospital. I need your help right now. Can you come over right now? Because I don't know, I'm dying. Would you find the time? You would find the time. You would absolutely find the time, because we find the time for what's truly important. So if you say you don't have enough time, is because what you really want to do or you say that you want to do is not truly important. And that's what I said to myself. And that's what most people are saying to themselves. They don't have enough time. Look at your phone. Like how much screen time you have. How much screen time you have for different apps. How much time you spending per day on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. Like how much time you're spending watching all of those apps. You summarize like, 3 hours a day. Oh, so maybe you do have time. You're just not making this dream life, the goal life that you have, your priority. Once you start reflecting on that, it's like, okay, all right, that makes sense. And then you get back to work, and then you start making some meaningful changes. Now, another factor here is that time is often time taken by toxic people. So if you have, toxic relationships, or if you have, maybe some friends that are like just, oh, hey, Alex, I had these friends like, hey, Alex, on Friday evening, hey, Alex, let's go to the bar, let's get a beer. And I'm like, at this stage, I would say, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it sounds like fun. Let's go. Let's get a beer. And on this stage, when I draw that line in the sand, this is fucking it. I just decided, no fucking way. Thank you so much for the invitation. I won't be able to come this time. And then they started inviting me less and less and less. And then naturally, these friends that had just had different values at that point. And I had to maximize every single minute that I had to make my business successful, to get closer to my dream life. Because then I understood that if I put all of the time into this business, over time, it will produce me more time. But I had to front load all of the work first, get that business to be successful, and then I would have all of the time. So now I have the time to travel with my family 8 to 10 times a year. We're having a great time. We go to Europe, go to Asia, we go to different places, we travel, we have fun, but I had to earn it. And you cannot have it. You cannot have good things in life without earning them. So toxic people, what you have to remove from your life, eliminate them, limit them, just cut them out. Another thing here is the social media. Social media, 2-3 hours a day, that's your time. Another one here is entertainment. If I ask you, okay, so if someone tells me like, oh, I don't have enough time. Okay, cool. So do you know what movies are in cinema? What was the last movie in the cinema you watched? So what was the last movie you watched on your Netflix? Oh, yeah, there's this great series about like this guy and this girl, or there's like 3 guys and they do this and this, or there's like, there's a new season of this series. That's amazing. Okay, fair enough. So you know about all of the top series of top movies or, whatever, but you don't have enough time to go and pursue what you really want in life and build a business, build whatever you want, right? Like in this case, we're talking about business and how you can build a successful business. Another one is politics. I was in Europe and people were like, oh, I'm so happy like Donald Trump has won. I'm like, wow, that is amazing. Yeah, I'm so happy he won as well. Yeah, so okay, so you're living in a different part of the world that has nothing to do with the United States, and you care about US politics. What's wrong with this picture? Like how like Donald Trump or another candidate, like how they impact your life. Yeah, policies will change. Yeah, like political situation will change, but you still have to run a business. You still have to provide for your family, and you will have to adapt. There is nothing like you can't even control this. You can't control politics. You can't control weather. Oh, I'm so pissed. It's raining today in Miami. I'm so pissed. Let me call my friend and talk about weather. There goes your time. If you start like facing these things, and it's not comfortable to start facing these things, then you just realize that all of these things are excuses. All of these things are excuses that like you don't really want to face the reality. You don't want to draw that line in the sand here. Let me just make it even more beautiful here. You don't want to draw that line, because once you draw that line, that's it, game over. There's no coming back. Like there's no this is it. I'm not going back no matter what. I fucking hate what I do right now. and I don't want to hate it anymore. I want to do something that fulfills me, that gives me and my family, the potential for financial future, time freedom, location freedom, all of the good things I'm looking for in life. So time you have. And if you have, if you want me to audit your time, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll help you out. So time is number one. Number two is a fear of failure. And it's not, everyone has it. Everyone has it. It's the only difference is how you handle it, right? So when you have a fear of failure, it's I'm starting this business and I don't know if it's going to work out. All right, fair enough. Very logical solution. Because what happens if it doesn't work out? Your friends will say, Alex, fucking told you. You said you're going to be an entrepreneur. Get the fuck out of here. Factory, you're so good at working on a factory. You would be you were born to work on a factory. You're so good at, look how natural that looks. It's you were born in this fucking costume here. Right? So it's and all those people were just yeah, I fucking told you. Sometimes it's parents. Parents hey, even it was my parents. I love my parents a lot. I love them. I support them. Help them, retire them. But I didn't tell my parents that I quit my job at a factory until I was already a millionaire. Because I didn't want to hear all of this. What happens if you do, what happens if the business doesn't work out? Starting business is so risky. Don't do it. I know, we know a few people that started a business and it didn't work out for them. Don't do it. You know what? 95% of businesses fail. That's what the official statistics. 95% of businesses fail. So do you want to be 95%? No fucking way. I want to be part of that 5% that does well. Because there are businesses that are successful. And so all of these things, once you start thinking, okay, what would happen? Just ask yourself, what if? Okay, fuck it. I start my Shopify store. I try it. It doesn't work out. So fucking what? What stops you from joining, opening another one? What stops you from just doing another business if you want to? What stops you from keep pursuing that goal? My first 5 Shopify stores sucked and it didn't work. And so fucking what? Last 30 days, our business did $1.1 million in sales. What is the difference here? All of these things, the moment you disattach yourself from that moment, from that little kind of situation, from all of your emotional pains and everything that people forced on you, all of these things, you can't do this, you're not capable. It's you're not that smart. You don't even speak English, you speak English with accent. You just made 3 fucking grammatical mistakes in the last fucking sentence. So fucking what? How about your dinner? How about your car? Just get the fuck out of my sight. So, all of these things, they are irrelevant. Because the beauty of this, right, is that if you face that fear of failure, okay, it's not going to work out. And it's fine. It's fine. You can always try again. As long as you have your life, as long as you live, you can always try again. And it's almost guaranteed that the first thing that you try in business, they probably won't work out. But you will learn from those experiences. And as long as you learn every single day, and you learn and use that pain as a teacher, the pain, all the painful experiences. Think about kids. I have 2 kids. One of them is 1 year old. Another one is 6 years old. And, the older one, one day he just decided, that was very wise decision on his side. He just decided to touch the hot stove in my apartment and he burned his finger. Guess what? I don't think he'll be touching that stove anymore, right? So he used that pain as his teacher. So if you use that pain as your teacher, you learn the lessons. Okay, all right, maybe I shouldn't do it this way. I should do it another way. Then you're learning from each one of those experiences and you become smarter and you make better decisions. That is the only way humans learn. Many successful companies have launched products that failed. They'll learn from those. Next time they'll launch better products. Decisions, right? So that drives better decisions in your life and in your business, right? So, but you're learning through pain. And one thing you realize here at the end of the day is that, you know, all of these people that would tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, and it's not going to work out. It's not going to, it's like, you've never done this before. You expect to make it happen. Like, you know how many businesses fail? You know how saturated like e-commerce, you know how many entrepreneurs, it's so competitive out there. Oh, you know what? The economy actually sucks and people are not buying anything and everyone is like broke, like literally. So imagine you have your city and it's just like everything just stopped. So people are not going to the stores. People are not like buying anything anywhere. Like just like, hey, I'll just keep, just like, that's it. Game over. It's not like that. Even with recessions, economy changing, there's always people that have money. People that have money. That is super important to always remember, and having that abundance mindset. There's always people that have money. You just have to find them. That's it. And offer them what you have to sell. Could be e-commerce product, could be service, could be whatever you are selling. There's always people that have money, even in the worst of like economical situations. And you realize that all of these people, friends, parents, brothers, sometimes sisters, sometimes like your closest like relatives, people that are closest to you, they give you bad advice. And not because they don't love you, but just because they don't know any better. They just don't know. And at the end of the day, you realize that friends that you think you have, that's what's one of my realizations, is that they don't give a fuck. Like, if you fail, they'll be like, many cases they'll be happy that you failed, because that just showed, just that's good that guy didn't succeed, because that would expose me how like that I'm not pursuing my goals and I'm not doing anything productive. Oh jeez. And if you succeed, I'm like, oh gee, you succeeded. It's very like, at the end of the day, they don't care. They don't care. And even if they love you and you truly want to help them, maybe you want to help your parents, maybe you want to help your friends. In order to help them, you have to get rich. Like, there's no way to help other people if you don't have money. It's what would you do? Like fix their house for them? Like, give them the money, buy them something, buy them the car, buy them the house, like help them in a hospital, help them with, medical procedures. But in order to do all of that, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your business first. So put yourself first. Prioritize what's important to you. If you put your mind to something, just go after it and try until you crack it, because no one will do it for you. And all of these people around you that might be telling you this, don't do it. Those people, they just don't know any better. And that advice is not good. Number 3, money. I don't have enough money. Oh, Alex, I really want to start this business, but I don't have money. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Do you have $100? Do you have $500? Do you have like $1,000? If you have $1,000, you can make money. Even if you have $100, like think about this. If you want to get into e-commerce, first of all, Shopify, it's $29 a month. 29. I think 29, 39. Okay, let's make it 39. $39 a month, right? You put your products, you can sell your products there. Different apps for Shopify if you need to. It's like what? $20, like $10. Let's say total is like you need like $100 a month. And then you need to drive sales to your store. So you can use TikTok, organic. Just post videos about your product, generate sales. Simple as that. You didn't have to spend money on any like paid advertising, anything like that. If you want to I don't know, sell some product. You don't even need to buy these products up front. You can use drop shipping platforms. There's platforms that have products on them already that you can just import to your store and start selling them. Platforms like Zendrop. So you have all of these things that are like looking and staring you in the face and telling you up front, hey, you don't need a lot of money to start a business. People are like, oh no, I don't have enough money. Okay, how much money do you need? Oh, if I just had $50,000, $100,000. I hear this all the time. People say like all of these unrealistic numbers, whereas in reality, if you're just starting from the bottom, like this is all you need. If you have like $10,000, you can move really fast in business. At this point, you can already like invest in yourself and just shortening that learning curve. You can buy, better apps. You can just move so much faster. If you have at least some capital. But even if you don't, this is what you can do. You can also be TikTok Shop affiliate. There is no investment needed for this. Like you can just promote other people's products. Simple as that. You didn't even have to build your own Shopify store. In this case, you don't need all of these apps. You don't need products because products are already there. You're just promoting those products and getting a commission. And I know some people that are making $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month doing that. Imagine. So, and they have not spent tens of thousands of dollars to build that business. We live in a beautiful time where it's like, even if you don't have money, you don't have skills, like this fucking guy, you can make something and you can build something. So also when it comes to money, it's like people say, oh, I don't have money. Okay. All right. So what's your phone? Oh, I have iPhone. Okay, cool. So just to make sure, you have $1,000 for an iPhone, but you don't have $1,000 to start your business. And by the way, iPhone would be very helpful if you want to build a business. It would be really helpful. Obviously you can shoot content with it if you use it as a producer, not as a consumer. If you use your iPhone to watch like TikTok videos all day, it's not a productive investment. If you use iPhone to impress your friends or impress people at work, oh, I have an iPhone. Like that is not very productive investment. But if you use it to create content about products that you're selling, and you're selling those products and making money, this is probably the best investment you can buy. It's like, okay, what car do you drive? Oh, I just drive this Tesla. All right, okay, cool. How much is Tesla? Oh, it's $40,000. Okay, cool. I was driving this piece of shit car. Actually, it's not a piece of shit. It's a best car the human race has ever created. It is Toyota Camry 1992. Just remember that. It's the best car. If you have a chance to buy one, always buy one. Every person needs to have one. It's the best car ever created. 300,000 miles, no problems. The gasoline was leaking, but it's not a big deal. This car was $1,300. $1,300 for a car, not $30,000. Right? So you're buying Tesla for $30,000, all right? 30, 40, let's say $40,000 car. And then you say you don't have money to start your business. Maybe your priorities are not right. Maybe you're just prioritizing the wrong things. And at the same time, you're saying like, I want to have my dream life. Again, your dream life could be different than mine. I want to have dream life, but also I want to have Tesla. And also I want to have iPhone. And also I want to have like Louis Vuitton fucking handbag. And I want to have all of these good things in the short term, but also I want to have this. But by the way, I don't have money to do this. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes so much sense, right? So you have to get your priorities straight. If starting a business, changing your life is your priority, then that would have to be the most important thing. When I started my business, even when I became a millionaire, like I didn't buy cars. I was like, so this was my first car. I sold it, by the way, for $1,000 after 3 years. Just so you know, the real value of this car. This car lost $300 in value. And people buying cars, brand new cars, leaving the dealership, and they're losing $10,000 in one day. I lost $300 in 3 years. You see why this is the best car ever created by humans? Why this piece of art? Look at this, look at the shape. It's so sexy. This car is just something different. I will cover it in gold. Like I would cover it in gold and put it in my garage. Like that's anyways. So money is not your really problem. You, like with the abundance of opportunity we have right now with different business models, you can start with really, really, really small capital. And then this is the most important one. And this one is, if you overcome this one, good. Oh, I probably misspelled good. How do you spell good? Good. Yeah, it's probably like this. Good. Then all of these other ones take care of themselves. This one is the most important one to overcome. And this is what took me years to overcome. Even when I was like I started making money, I still had a lot of that. I'm not good enough. Like, someone starts a business. Yeah, my friend started a business and he's successful with it. But, he's special. He's, he always was very smart. Oh, he comes from a family. Oh, he went to the university. Oh, he had this education. Oh, he had all of these advantages. Okay. All right. So fucking what? How many dropouts are there that are millionaires and billionaires? Dropouts from school, from college. Like, they're very smart, probably smart enough to do a business. And you don't have to be like super smart to run a very successful business. You just need to have like common sense. You need to be hardworking individual. You need to put the work in. You need to stay focused. You need to not spend your money on stupid shit. And then inevitably, you'll be successful if you just continue doing that year after year. And so for me, what really helped me with confidence is going to the gym. Gym is something that's anyone has access to. It's like people say, I don't have enough money to go to the gym. Work out on the fucking street. Do push-ups at home. Like there's probably free gyms. So going to the gym and just training your body and building that discipline, because one of the things that like fucks up people is that, again, they think that it is very, like they kind of like want to go from one stage to another, like very fast. They want to go from here to here very fast. But in reality, it's not going to happen fast. Like it's not likely. It's like people buying this like crypto coins and they think, it's like I'll buy this crypto coin, I'll be like rich in 1 month because someone said on YouTube that I'll be rich. No fucking way. You know how many like rich, like crypto guys I know from like 2020, from the previous cycles that made a lot of money but then lost it all? Like, because they have not been through the whole journey. Like you only become good with business, with money, if you go through the whole journey, through the whole suffering. Like this is how you learn. This is how humans learn. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from painful mistakes. And this is exactly what gym teaches you. It teaches you to go consistently because that's the only way you're going to get results. It's going to take a lot of time, right? It will take a lot of time to build a good body. I mean, when I came to the United States, I moved to the United States about 4 years ago. When I came in the first like 3 months, I gained like 40 pounds, which is about like 20 kilograms of fat. I got overweight. And only like until recently, like only now, I got to my previous weight. So it took a lot of time. I probably could have done this faster, could have lost the weight faster, but it took me so much time because all of those things take time. And like if you want to go from like overweight to perfectly fit, It will take time. But in the process, you'll learn so many things about yourself, about overcoming pain, about discipline. You will learn so many of these things that you will not learn anywhere else. Now, going to the gym won't make you rich. Just so you get that out of your head. Like, it won't make you rich. Like, people's like, oh, it's like, I'm going to the gym, Alex, and I'm staying consistent, and I'm sleeping well, and I'm tracking my sleep, and I'm like eating good food, and I'm still not rich. No shit. Like, you have to actually like build a business. It's kind of like a different skill set, but you can apply the same values, consistency, thinking long-term, discipline to building a business. And if you do that, this is when you crush. So you'll get some value from the gym for sure, from your mindset first of all, then from your body to your confidence. If I can go to the gym consistently and I can get results, then when I get to the business, I'll also get results because I'll do it consistently and I'll do it with a discipline. And so also what gym teaches you is you do these like little wins every day, right? Little wins. Oh, I promised myself I'll go to the gym, and I actually did it. Because in business, you'll have to do these promises to yourself every day. Oh, I said today I'll change something on my website, or I'll have a call with my supplier, or I'll have to do this, and this. And you promise it to yourself, and you actually do it. That builds the confidence. So over time, you start thinking, instead of like I'm thinking I'm not good enough, you start thinking, shit, I'm actually fucking good. Like all of these things will take for you months and years to develop, but they're so worth it because they'll build your character, they'll build your discipline, something that you can apply to any area of your life, and especially to business. One of the very, very important things is your say to do ratio. What that means. So let's say if I promise myself today, I'll do these 5 things. And out of those 5 things, I did only 1. What that will tell to my subconscious, to my brain, is that I'm actually not a person that does something they promise, either to themselves or to other people. And then if you continue this for like few days, few weeks, it becomes a part of your identity, like how you see yourself. Do you see yourself as someone who is following through on what they're promising to themselves and other people? Or do you see yourself as someone who just like, shit, I couldn't do it because like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons, which is excuses, right? Which are the same things here, the same things here, the same things here. These are excuses. Once you start overcoming this, once you start building your confidence, everything, okay, cool, I'll get into business. Yeah, probably initially I'll suck because when I started in the gym, I also sucked initially. I didn't know like from which side to grab the bar. And then over time I learned, okay, now I know how to grab the bar. Now, like I know, like this time of the day, if I promise myself something, I'll do it. Now in a business, I have to do this at a specific time. I have a deadline to hit for myself that I promise to myself. I'll actually fucking do it. And that's over time that builds into momentum of confidence that you can just go into any business. I recommend e-commerce. I think it's the most scalable. It's the best business model because just the amount of scalability you can have. You can also sell that business. Once you grow that business, you can sell it eventually as well for life-changing amounts, and you can build something that you can run from anywhere in the world. And that's something just that can absolutely change your life. But you have to commit. You have to start working on these limiting beliefs. It won't be comfortable at first. It's guaranteed because none of these things they come easy. Nothing in life that's good and worthwhile comes easy. But at the end of the day, if you commit, if you draw that line in the sand, okay, this one, beautiful one, line in the sand. If you make that line in the sand, and on this side is your dream life, and you start going after every day, you will fucking get it, inevitably. And if you need help with putting all of these things in place, like this is rarely I see entrepreneurs that are overcoming these stages by themselves. When I was starting out, I had to get help from other people because oftentimes, like even having someone to call you out, like, oh, I don't have time. Really? Let's look into this. Or it's like, oh, I'm afraid to fail. Okay, why are you afraid to fail? What's the worst that can happen? Like asking you those questions, if you don't have other people that are supporting your circle and can teach you the skills that can help you get there. Because that's the most important. Like, let's say if you want to build dropshipping business, e-commerce business, you will need skills. Like you will need to understand what you're actually doing on a tactical level to make it happen. If you need help with any of these, I have the program where I just coach you step by step, my team and I, and we'll help you to dial in all of these things. First, we'll take care of all of the limiting beliefs, and then we'll give you all of the skills that you need to make e-commerce business, dropshipping business successful. Once you've made it successful in the first place, dropshipping, then you can turn it into a real e-commerce brand that you're proud of, brand with amazing products, amazing packaging, something that you will be very, very proud of. But in order to get there, these have to be taken care of first. These have to be eliminated completely. So if you need help with that, there should be a link in bio, not in bio, in description. Just click on it, book a call with my team. We'll see exactly how we can help you, if that's even the right fit for both of us. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much for watching until this point. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. I'm personally responding to all of the questions that are coming in, and would love to give you perspective, feedback on anything you need help with. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.